I use Internet Explorer, so you can open it up.
Yep, go ahead and open that up, and then we'll go to the NA Lab website and go ahead and log in.
Okay.
So was the one which already there before there?
It was.
Where?
Okay.
Let me see if I
That's right.
It's there.
I did.
You did?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, that's right. You just walked into it.
I know. I'm there. I'm moving on. Thank you for being patient again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I don't want to sign out.
Okay, just sign back in.
Okay. Can I take tight? I'm sorry. Can I take tight? I've been waiting on this for the last 48 hours.
Yeah, we're gonna get it together. Ain't no need to be nervous, I promise you.
Yeah. Information was just able to learn the trees. Wait, I'll try it again later.
Let's try it again real quick. That's the right. That's the right.
Yeah.
You put your right place. You know.
I did.
Be careful, slow.
What kind of what I put in? Okay.
Right.
And if you go to the if you have downloaded, if you go to the left hand side to buy downloadable products.
Yeah.
And we'll see. Scroll down. Yep, you have the free template. So if you click on the download button for the adult, or you can click on the word adult blank template.
Okay. That's not the one thing. That's something different.
No, I thought I did this from you today.
And this is where everybody gets hung up because they're like, it's blank. You have to sign in. So if you hit that sign in right there, it'll allow you to see the contents of the folder.
Okay.
Now, if you've already done it, it'll probably be in your drive. Perfect. So what you need is the Photoshop version of it. So scroll down. Let me see, and hover over this one with this icon, with this red icon on it. If you hover over the title, it should tell you what the file extension is for that one. Or just click on it and it'll tell you the details of it. It'll tell you the full file. Go to view details.
Look at you.
Yeah, this PSD, we got it. So go ahead and now you can right click on that file and download it. So you don't need to download all of these. You can just download what you need from this folder. So scroll down because now it's probably going to be a little further down. That same one right there, right click, and you should be able to download it. Yeah.
I'll still be looking for the word download.
You got it. And it's going to tell you it's huge, so you have to hit download anyway.
Yeah.
And now this is what I would choose save. People have been saying, oh, it's making me open it. It's because you hit open. You have to hit save in order for you to save it.
Yeah. Because I always hit save. I don't hit open. I hit save.
Right.
Now just waiting on it to find folder.
Okay. And while that's saving, let's go ahead. We have our photo that we're going to use for the evening, and we're going to use the brushes. So what I want to do is while that's downloading, and it might be done already. Go ahead and go to open folder. And I'm going to show you how I open stuff. I'll go to open the folder. I'll right click on the name of the file. So right click on it.
But see right here, it always goes to Photoshop. But I know that's probably how I got my computer set up to always go there.
Right.
Or why does it always go there?
Because it recognizes it as a Photoshop file. So I'm going to show you if you ever need to open it with anything else, or like let's say you download a file, it's a PNG, and it doesn't know that Photoshop's supposed to open it. If you right click on it, right click on the name of the file.
Right. Oh, right click on it now?
Oh, no. Right click on the name of the file from the folder where it just took you, the highlighted folder. Or the highlighted file from that folder.
Okay.
And you see how it go up to the top? Click on it, but don't double click on it. Just click on it one time. And right click. use your right mouse button, click down, and see how it gives you an option if you scroll down to open with instead of just open.
Yeah.
Go to open with, and it trains your files. So it trains your files to open with a certain type of software. So now go to open with and to do Photoshop. And I do this for my JPEGs, my PNGs, because you're new to Photoshop. So your computer doesn't know that you want to open up all your photos and stuff in Photoshop, right? So this trains your computer. So next time you go to open up a PNG and you did open with Photoshop before, it will remember, hey, I'm going to use Photoshop to open up PNGs, JPEGs, Photoshop files, etc. So looks good. All right, so it has some layers in it. You can go ahead and that's your history display right now. Oh, you got to even set up your there. So we have a lot to do. not a bad thing, but a lot that we can get you comfortable with tonight. So I want you to go to up to your file at the top, and instead of file, go to window. Window is going to be right next to help.
Okay, I see that.
Okay, so click on window.
Okay.
And it might be a little delayed, so if I'm telling you to do something you already did, just give me a second because it might be delayed on what I see.
Okay.
Do you see your options for window yet?
Yeah, I clicked on Windows.
Okay, because it's not showing me the options yet. What options do you see when you click on window?
Oh, hold on. I right click, right?
Oh, no. Yeah. Well, no, you left click. Just regular click.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, yes. Okay. Yeah.
So here
come down to layers.
Now I see it. I was wondering if it was something I just wasn't seeing on my end. So the thing that you really want to see, you definitely want to go ahead and click on your layers. You want to see your layers. You're right on that.
Okay.
And then pop up. Now I move my layers. You see where you have history right now? I literally take that tab. I will click on it, hold it down, and I will drag it up there to where history is. Just because I want my layers to
bring it up
and just drop it like it's hot. So now you can pull this bottom down, pull that bottom down of the layers panel, pull it all the way down. That way you can really see what the layers are. So it makes it easier to see now. The other thing is, let's see. Let's shrink down. So right now where it says layers and history, this whole panel is really wide and it's not supposed to be. So you can basically hover your arrow between the box that says layers and the actual panel that has layers, history, and properties.
Okay. You say hover right here? Where you at?
Yep.
And move it over.
There you go. So basically we just shrunk that down a little bit so we can see more of our image. Does that make sense for you?
Yes, it does.
Perfect.
Yeah, I can read all that. And I kept wondering why my screen don't look like nobody else's. So I got it now.
Now I'm gonna tell you a shortcut. So I want you to go back to window. If you just feel like you really jacked it up and you just want a standard workspace, I want you to go to workspace. It's one of the first two.
Okay, I see that.
And then go to the one that I use is graphic and web. Click on that
graphic and web. Okay.
And it kind of gives you a good setup. So you have everything that I normally see in my videos, that you'll normally see in my videos, and I would still drag that layers up. So drag that layers up there to where history is. That way you can clearly see it.
Which one, this?
Just like it was before, the little tab that says and then drop it right up there. There you go.
And then drag it down.
You got it.
Well, I'm ready to go. I done learned enough already.
And this is going to be essential for you learning like what your layers are doing, turning them off, turning them on, that sort of thing.
Right. So, okay. Because I was wondering why mine didn't look like everybody else's. I know it was something I was missing, but okay, I got it.
But that's step number one. Now, if we start to modify this and you like how you have it set up right now, for instance, I take off the libraries. So right click on the libraries tab. I want to show you something. If it's something you don't want to see, right click on libraries and I want you to close. Just hit close. Okay, so we don't need that. Properties we can keep because properties we use. And then the layer comp, you can go ahead and close the layer comp one.
Okay, right click. Okay, cool.
Now you have a custom setup, right? You made this setup. It works for you right now. So let's go to window and we're going to save this setup.
The layer comes then closed. I right-clicked it. And
make it active. Click on it to make it active. To bring it to the forefront. Just click on the tab first and let's see what it's doing. Oh, it's not there anymore.
Oh, okay. It went away. Okay, yeah.
All right, so let's go back up to window, and let's say you got it how you want it. You don't want anything to move. Let's go ahead and go to workspace again.
Workspace, okay.
And we can do a couple of things here. We can lock it. I want to save this one. So hit new workspace because we're going to save this as a new workspace.
New workspace?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you can say this is Pat, like this is me, this is my setup. I remember that this is how I want it to be. Okay. Now you can capture the keyboard shortcuts, menus, and toolbars. So go ahead.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Go ahead and check off all 3 of those boxes there.
Okay, check them off. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then hit save.
Okay.
And then I want you to go back to window. So if anything ever looks funky again, go back to window and go to your workspace. And you should see your name as an option now. Voila. Okay.
Right. Okay.
So that's it. And if you ever need to lock it, you can lock it. But as long as you've saved it, you don't need to lock it. All right, so we're ready to get started. And you have chosen the feat of designing from scratch, which is very rare on the one-to-one session. So I want to go ahead and congratulate you and let you know it's nothing scary, and we're going to get into it. You ready?
Hold on. Now, which one did I choose?
You want to design from scratch. It's okay.
Okay.
But we're going to use the brushes. So we're going to cheat a little bit with the brushes. The brushes kind of add some little flair. But you're basically designing from scratch. You are not designing from a template. This template is a blank template. Now, if you look here, all of this stuff is pretty much stationary. You can't edit this text. You can't edit this photo. It's just to show you placement. So I try to inspire people by giving them something that looks like something. So already you go into it with an idea of a foreground. Foreground is the photo. The background is this big old image that you're going to have in the background of your all over shirt, right? And then you're going to have some text. So foreground, background, text, which you have foreground text, and you have a little bit of text in the background. And then you have some accents, which is like the lightning right now. So those 4 things make your design complete. Okay. And you're going to complete your own design today from scratch. So because I'm telling you do it from scratch, I want you to go ahead and do me a favor. Click on that background image, and I want you to hit delete. I want you to trust yourself and just delete it. You have this. You can re-download this file anytime you want. So go on and delete it. We don't care. We finna jack this thing up, and it's gonna look beautiful. Okay. So you want to delete it. I want you to delete where it says BG text because it's not editable text. It was just an idea for you. Go and delete it. Okay. Delete the photo.
Where's photo? Okay, I see it. Okay. Delete. Okay.
Yep. And then go ahead and delete the text.
The text. Okay.
Now I'm going to let you keep the fill layers because you will get to play with the fills. And I know from my screen, we're seeing it real like grainy, but this is like a real, easy gradient fade off. So let's get started. I want you to open up the folder where your photo is or your photo collage is. Open up the folder for it.
Okay.
On the bottom of the screen, that yellow folder, just click on that, and I want you to take me to, you probably have a folder on your desktop for where your photo is.
I did. Yeah, I did. I put them on my desktop.
All right.
I tried to anyway.
You did it.
Hold on.
Now, this is how I sort stuff. I sort things by the date modified because I never remember the name of the file.
Right. Okay.
So if it's something that I use today, that way it'll kind of refresh my memory.
And that's what I did. Okay, I'm ready. I got it, baby. I got this. Okay, that's what I'm like you. I try to go by the date, but I start putting. I'm ready. So hit this.
Okay, and what I want you to do is I want you to take it from that folder, and I want you to drag it. Now, do you know how to see preview your images from your file, from your desktop, or from whatever?
I normally I left click and it'll show up over here on the right?
Normally, yes. Is it showing for you? Because you want to make sure it's the right file before we drag it in.
I didn't, it is because, yeah. I mean, do what you have to do first there.
Now,
both of those are,
I'm just going to tell you, if you left, well, you might not want to show, you know what, never mind, because you might have other files on here you might not want to show your images for. So if you're sure that's the image, go ahead and hold it, click and hold the mouse button, and I want you to drag it on top of the Photoshop icon, then on top of the artboard, and just let it go. So basically, you're going to be pulling it from this folder and dragging it onto your Photoshop artboard.
Okay, so bring it over here to the left.
Take this window right here, this folder window, and drag it over to the right a little bit. Get it out your way a little bit so you can see your Photoshop artboard. Just
this?
This window right here. Just drag it over to, basically, as long as you hold down the mouse, regular mouse button on the top of this window, you'll be able to move this window out your way a little bit.
Hold on. Oh, the window, move the window.
Yeah. So you can see your artboard. There you go. Yeah, perfect. That's perfect. Okay. So now I want you to literally take that file and I want you to drop it on top of that t-shirt.
Okay. Girl. Okay.
So, and this the image that you want to use here?
Yes, I want like two. I want this one and another one.
Okay, so go ahead and hit enter. Once you hit enter, it's gonna actually place the file. It's previewing it right now. So when you hit enter, you're in there. Do the same thing. Go ahead and find your other file and drag it in.
Good. Okay, go back here. Go to desktop, and then bring your Okay.
Yep, and go ahead and hit enter to lock that one in.
Enter. Okay.
Perfect. Now, there's a couple things you do. Do you want your images to be cut out? Because I'm gonna, you know what? Let's do it. I'm not even gonna ask you. I'm gonna guide you because I'm gonna let you know that this is possible. I want you to go to your browser, your Internet Explorer, and go to, now Internet Explorer doesn't work for a lot of things sometimes. So if we have issues, then we'll use a different browser.
Okay.
And you can feel free to like close out of any of those windows or whatever if it might, because it potentially could be slowing us down with doing this live right now.
Okay.
And you can even close out of my little website. I'm okay with that. My feelings won't be hurt.
Okay. I'm gonna try to leave you up. Okay. Now go where now? Okay. Go here and do what?
To the name of the website is Remove. REMOVE.
Okay, hold on. This going a little slow. Okay, remove REMOVE.
Remove, and instead of .com, it's .bg. .bg. No, BG okay, like background.
Right.
Like, yep. BG.
Oh, BG.
B as in boy. Like, and the way you can remember it is remove background. Remove BG.
Okay.
Remove .bg.
Okay. Okay. So let's do the first one or the second one?
Go ahead and just do your basic search, and the first.
No, I see remove BG, but also remove BG upload, remove BG coupon.
Just do the first. Just do the main remove BG. You want to make sure you see the main site and scroll down. The first one is an ad, and the second one is the remove BG website.
The first one.
So don't go to the Pick Monkey one. You want to go to the Remove BG one.
Okay, remove background from image?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, remove background from image.
Okay. Now, it may make you sign in. I don't know if it makes you sign in to get the free one, but we'll see. The same way that you drag that image, remember how you dragged it into Photoshop? I want you to drag that image and drop it right on top of this browser.
Oh, okay. Okay, hold on.
Go back to your folder. And close out of those two downloads folders if you can.
Okay.
Because it's going to keep confusing you. There we go. We stick with the desktop folder right now.
Okay.
Perfect. and go ahead and drag that senior image onto that browser, right on top of that lady's picture.
Okay. This image. Girl, quick. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, it took the whole background from the baby.
Mm-hmm. And you can scroll down if you want to see the rest of it, because it's a tall picture. So if you scroll down, you should be able to see the rest of it. And sometimes it doesn't do a great job, but we can work with this, right? Much better than, yeah. So I want you to drag the other picture, and you can drop it right on there too. So it's
drop it on top of her.
You can drop the next photo on there. It won't hurt it. You're just gonna save both pictures. So that's your new best friend. I know you thought I was gonna be your new best friend, but that's gonna be your new best friend.
No, you're gonna be my new best friend. I'm not gonna replace you with no computer.
Because this best friend ain't gonna charge you by the hour.
Okay. Okay. Hold on, you're gonna be my second best friend. Okay. So girl, we got 28 minutes left. Okay, come on.
No, we got this. We're gonna go a little bit longer because we had to get things right a little bit. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, absolutely. So now I want you to just click on the click somewhere on the photo right there, so that way that folder gets out of our face.
Okay.
All
okay.
Right, so when you scroll down a little bit, you'll see. Oh, you already said you've been saving them.
Been saving pictures.
Well, it says, do you want to open or save the Remove BG preview? So yeah, hit save. Go ahead. You own it.
Girl, I've been trying. I've been all over. Tell you, I've been working on this. Okay. Okay. Save. I'm gonna press save. Okay.
And then make sure that you save both of them, because it's going to save them as separate files.
Okay. Let me just see what this one is. Okay.
And it saved it as a PNG, so that's perfect. So that one.
Okay.
Oh, you
know. So close out of here, right? Just minimize that, and then
scroll down. You'll see you'll see the other image. And go ahead and download that one. Now, here's the thing: if you have the paid version of Remove BG, you can see how it says full image. If you want to download the full image, which is going to be high resolution, it requires $9 a month, and I think you could do like 40. I don't even recall. I think it's like 40 images every month that it'll renew. I pay because I end up using it a lot, especially for you all. And but that might be something you look into doing. But for today, we're going to do the free version, so we can show you how to set this template up. Okay. Yeah, for the $9, I don't mind. And if I'm gonna get 40 pictures, yeah. Yeah, and when you start doing these photo shirts, trust and believe, it will be a blessing to you. Okay. I've been cutting out photos manually on Photoshop, and maybe that could be another thing that you practice. Eventually, you'll have to cut something out on Photoshop, but it is a tedious process. So, all right. So now that we have our PNGs, you have two PNGs. I want you to hold down Control on your keyboard, and you already have the bottom one selected. I want you to select that top file up there. So hold down Control and select the top text that's in your PNG. Okay. Select it first. You already have the bottom one selected. So now the top one, I want you to hold down Control and just regular click on it. Just regular click. Oh. Okay. Not right click, just left. I guess I call it regular click is left click. Yep. So now regular hold down Control and regular click on that bottom one. Hold on, I did something. Okay. Oh, it's on. You got it. See how they're both selected right now. Now you can drag both of these over to your Photoshop palette or to your art. So being that they already highlighted, so just move one over. No. Matter of fact, do what we did before. Move this window over to the side a little bit. It's okay. And then I want you to go ahead and minimize your Internet Explorer. Okay. Or you can click on Photoshop, whichever one brings Photoshop to the forefront. Okay. Okay, now bring your photo in front of Photoshop. I mean, your folder in front of Photoshop. Okay, right. Okay. And you're going to hold down Control and grab your two. See how your two PNGs are together now? It's just a different way it shows up. So go ahead and hold down Control and select the alternate one from what's selected right now. So you have one in blue. You want the other one in blue
Okay.
too. So you're going to add to that selection by holding down Control.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Hold Control.
And click the name, the file
Okay.
name. There you go. Perfect. Now drag both of those at the same time onto your T-shirt.
Let Control go.
You can let Control go now.
Okay. 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 And just bring both of these.
Yep. See how it says 2, and then you drop it on.
Yeah,
there.
it did say 2. Yep. Okay. Okay.
Now, are those your PNGs?
What do you mean?
It very well maybe hit enter and see, because I don't know. It looks like those are the ones with the backgrounds. They might be called PNGs. No, those aren't the right files. So let's go back to the folder.
It's not? Okay.
That's not it. Because what happened was you have desktop and you have downloads. So where we saved was to the downloads, right?
So go to the downloads. Right.
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 There you go.
Right.
Now,
right. So there's the G right there.
Right.
So click, and then click, and then let that go, and drag them over here. Well,
now it's going to stop you, and I'm going to tell you why. Because we never hit enter to lock those other pictures in on Photoshop. So click on the Photoshop, click on the T-shirt real quick, and I want you to hit escape. Hit the escape button at the top left corner of your keyboard.
Just hit it. Okay. Okay.
And see how it took that image away? And then I want you to hold down Control. Hold down Control and hit Z. Control Z is the undo. And you might know that from other programs like Microsoft Word. So go to Control
Z.
And
okay.
see how it undid putting in that other image?
Okay.
Right? And let's go ahead. We know we got these without the background. So let's delete these 2 layers. Go to your trash can down at the bottom and delete Texas Senior 1 and 2.
Oh.
And then it'll ask you if you want to delete it. You can say yes. And if you don't want to see that annoying message every time, or if you know what, you might want it right now because it might keep you from deleting something you don't want to delete. So keep it on for right now. But you can also go to don't show again, and it'll never show you that warning again. All right. So now we're going to start from scratch. We'll go to our folder.
Okay.
And then, so we're going to the downloads folder, and the same process. We're going to drag over those 2 images you already have highlighted.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Hit enter to lock it in.
Go first. Okay.
And hit enter to lock that one in. Now see how much smaller they came in?
Right.
It's because you got the free remove background version, so it basically makes the image smaller, but it's fine because we're going to play with it as is, and then you'll know what you want to do for the future. So right now these images are tiny. It's not where we want them. We need to work on sizing the image, and we need to work on placing the image. So I want you to hold down Control and hit T as in transform. And we're going to transform these. Okay, see how that box came up? I want you to pull on one of those corners.
Control T.
Now you already did Control T. Control T activates that box. There you go. So it allows you to transform the image, and you make it as big as you want to make it, and you move it around wherever you want it to be.
Okay.
And then when you get it where you want it, you can press enter. And I see you rotated a little bit, but that's fine. It actually works.
I didn't mean to do that, though.
Well, let me show you how you rotated it. Go up to one of those corners, and I want you to hover around the corner until it turns into a double rounded arrow.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So now you can hit enter if you want to lock that in.
Okay. Enter is important, huh?
Yes. If you don't hit it, you'll be mad because, like, basically it's just like hitting escape and like you never did anything.
Okay.
All right. So same thing with the other one. So now I want you to go to the layer underneath that one for the yellow photo.
Okay. Okay. Uh-oh.
And now there are 2 ways that you can select. One is, and that one just did a text layer, which is cool. Let's go to escape. Escape is going to basically get you out of that mode.
Okay. Okay.
And let's see, it put some lorem ipsum text. Let's go ahead and delete that text layer. So you can hit delete, or you can go Control Z to undo it.
Okay. Delete.
Okay. Now I want you to select the layer on the layers panel. Select the layer underneath the current layer.
Okay.
So
This.
the text, the text is senior.
Okay.
Select the words. There you go.
Okay.
You don't have to right click. Now, if I say right click, that means something special. If I don't say right click, it's just a regular, regular schmegular, degular.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So now you're on that layer. You can click on it one more time just to get rid of this right, because that's a right click menu right there. There you go.
Okay.
Do Control, hold down Control and hit T for transform.
Control T. Okay.
And I want you to go ahead and resize that one.
Okay.
And here's a tip that I use. See how her arm is kind of cut off the side there? I layer my images to where if anything's missing, it's not real obvious. So maybe this picture, yeah. Or you can put like 20/20 going up and down, like a vertical, and then hide that in front of her arm. So that's what we're gonna do. Play with the images, play with the text, and make a layout. So if you got it the size that you want it, you can hit enter whenever you're ready.
Okay, we're just playing tonight, so
right.
Well, I want her to look bigger, but I want her to come around, like straight up a little bit.
Okay. Well, that will be exactly what you mistakenly did the first time is what you need to reproduce now. So make it a little bit smaller so you can see your corners.
Right. Okay.
And then I want you to get to one of those corners where you see that little rounded arrow.
Yeah. And
there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
And then hit enter when you get it where you want it.
Enter. Okay.
And then you can do this over and over again. So let's say you want to rotate it, and maybe later you want to reshape it again or resize it again. All you have to do is Control T. So if you don't like
Control T, okay.
Control T, transform. If you ever forget, it's under Edit. You can go to the Edit menu and then transform. But Control T is going to be one of your hotkeys. You're going to remember that.
Okay.
So at this point, we have two photos. We have a background, but it's probably not the background color that you want, is it?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Is the background color of the shirt, is it a color that you want? Or,
no.
Okay, so that's something that we're going to learn to change. I want you to turn off the eyeball for the gradient right now. That's the one that goes from the orange to the white. Go ahead and turn that eyeball off.
So just click it? Okay.
That's and now we have a solid color, but you see that solid color blue has a swatch. So I want you to double click on that blue swatch.
Okay.
And you can change it to any color that you want. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you're doing the school colors or not, but a lot of times what I'll do is I'll bring in something that has the school colors, like the logo, and I'll pick the color from the logo, so that I'm just not haphazardly making up colors. But that's up to you. So you want to go with school colors, or you have a color in mind for this project?
I'm trying to see. She has a school color. It is. Oh God! Come on! Don't do that. I think it's green. It's green and white.
Okay, so more like a forest green or like a grass green?
It's like a grass green.
Okay.
Yes, like a grass green.
Okay. Now, are you incorporating a school logo or anything like that in this design?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so go ahead and hit cancel then. I'm going to show you how to pick a color from something else. Now, if you don't already have the logo, we can search for it online most times. So that's up to you. Do you already have a logo, or you want to find one? Yeah,
I have a logo.
Okay. Well, can you, just how we were doing before, can you go to where the logo is and drag it, drop it?
Yeah, Come on, I'm going to be a big girl about this. I'm going to be a big girl. Let me see. Okay. Now, this is where it gets tricky because I have her. Let me move this over. Oh, Lord. Thank you, God. Okay. I have her logo. It's going to be in download. Where's it still download?
Can I show you? Do you want to like do a little preview of your images so you don't have to guess what they are from reading them?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. Just click anywhere in this white space. I want you to right click anywhere where you see white space right now.
Right click.
It's a special click.
Just click. Okay.
All right. I want you to go to view.
View. Okay.
And then do large icons.
Do which one?
Large icons. The second.
Oh, large icon. Okay.
And click on that.
Okay.
And now if it's an image, you can preview it. And you can even preview what's in a folder. So see how that folder said untitled message, but you can see the photos were inside of it? It kind of previews things for you. So if you're looking for that logo, visually you might be able to find it before you actually read it.
Okay. I don't know what this is. But untitled, because I downloaded them.
And if it's easier to actually find the logo again, I don't mind helping you find it because I know how that is. It's hard for me to find my own files.
What I did was I did a screenshot of all of them and I sent them to my email because the lady sent them to me and I sent them to my email and that's when I downloaded them today and they all went through Photoshop. All of them went through Photoshop.
Download them today. They will probably see if it's in this untitled message folder. You think that's what it might be?
Girl, I don't know what I do. Girl, I don't know. So what I do?
Double click it. Just double click it.
Okay. Boom! There it is. Girl, look at us. Look at us. That's it right there.
Let's see what that screenshot is talking about though, because we might still have to find it. You know how I am about quality graphics. So, matter of fact, just double click it. Double click that image, and it's gonna open in Photoshop.
Okay.
Okay. We might be able to use that because I can't really tell from here, but it looks like it's got the screenshot stuff on it. So that's Lake Ridge Eagles, and it's a Twitter image. Let's go to let's do a Google search real quick. We're gonna figure it. We're gonna get the real image. And I'm going to show you, this is another lesson, good, because it's going to show you how to download quality images. So let's go to Internet Explorer again.
Okay.
This time we're going to go to Google.
Okay. Google. Okay.
And then let's type in, what was it, Lake Ridge?
If I can spell tonight.
That's all right. Anytime I'm in design mode, anytime I'm in artistic mode, I cannot spell. It's a part of my brain that shuts off. And I don't know if that's a scientific fact for anybody else, but I know it's a fact for me.
So do I do logo?
You can't put logo, but hit enter and we'll see what we find. Now, I want you to click on the images tab. I know we see some stuff already because I don't want to get excited just yet. Let's go to the images tab. Right. And I want you to hover over the one that says home. Let's hover over it and see.
Right here? Okay.
Yeah, it should give us an idea of the size. And it's not, so do me a favor. Let's right click on that image.
Right click.
Now right click is a special click. And we're going to go to open link in a new tab. You see where it says open link in new tab? And I do that just so that I can go over to the right and not disturb my search. So let's go to that tab right now and see what it looks like.
Where did it go?
To the right. It just made a new tab over to the right.
So click on this?
Yep, click on that one.
I was like, what? Okay, I see what you're saying. Boom.
And it looks like it's got some little lines going. We should be able to still deal with that. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a high enough resolution or not. Let's see. Scroll down just a little bit. Let's see what the details are for this.
713 times 780.
That's decent enough. Now, what I want you to do is right click on the image. And I want you to go to open, not open link. Now, see, in Chrome, you do open, not open the link, but you can open the image in a new tab. And that's how I figure out if it's going to have those little watermarks and stuff in it. But let's just go to save picture as.
Save picture as, okay.
And we'll see how it pulls in when we save it. But almost anything is going to be better than a screenshot, even if it's something that you did screenshot. So go save picture as, and then if you scroll, well, let me let you do one thing at a time. Go ahead and hit save on that one.
Okay. We're going to save that.
Let it save.
Okay.
Scroll down a little bit. I'm going to see if one of these other ones might be a little bit better. But those aren't the ones that have the complete logo.
Right.
And here's another thing I want you to try out. I want you to go back to our search that we did. So it'll be the tab over to the left. And I want you to put a criteria on there right now. You see how it says settings and tools underneath the little search bar?
Right here.
Go to tools, and then I want you to select.
So you say hit, click on tools.
Just regular click though.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Then go to size. See how it opened up size at the bottom now? I want you to hit size and hit large. We might not be able to get large. I shoot for large, so let's put large. And then it'll show you all the large versions. So like this logo here with the LR is going to be a much better resolution image to use. So I just want to.
And it looks nice.
So we're going to grab that one just in case. So right click and go to open in a new tab. Open a new tab.
Hold on, honey. Open new tab. Where I see that at?
The second option. So second from the top. There you go.
Okay.
And it's going to open it over to the right, just like we did before. So I want you to click on that tab.
Okay.
And now we can right click on that. Hopefully it is a PNG. Sometimes they be lying to us, telling them they're PNGs. So right click on that image and go ahead and save that one. So now we have at least an alternative. Save picture as. Yep.
When I do this all the time, say pick as, but for some reason I can't even read tonight. Got all these glasses on.
That's all right. We're going to get this together.
So I'm saying.
You're just excited, that's all.
Girl, I started to put my new contacts in for you tonight. So I ran out fast. Okay,
so now you can go to your folder, and those images should be saved to your folder.
So should I close this out?
You can, especially if you're trying to save the internet data, because we get kind of heavy with this program.
Okay. So just close that one there, and then we'll close this tab. And then we'll go to the folder. And
now this one should be in your downloads. So you probably have to back up a folder and go to the downloads instead of.
Okay, right here. I go right here. There it is.
Okay. Now, same thing. If you drag this folder over, this window over to the right a little bit, you can drag those straight onto your Photoshop file. So now you have to have Photoshop in the foreground though, because right now the Internet Explorer. There you go.
Okay.
Now you want to drop this on top of the artboard, and right now I don't see the artboard. I see like the background space, right? So let me show you a way. Go ahead and move this window over to the right a little bit more. And see, it would have tricked us because we aren't even on the t-shirt layer anymore. So we're going to go back to Photoshop. And we're going to close out that screenshot because we found something better. We don't need that screenshot.
So close this out. Hold on.
Right at the top, just like there are tabs on a window, for the Internet Explorer, you have tabs for your file name. So right click on the screenshot file name, right click. That's a special click. And then you can go, are you right clicking on the tab up there?
Oh no, I did the picture. Okay, right click on the tab.
And then go to close that one. Just close just the first close, not close all. There you go.
Ooh, okay.
And then what I would also suggest that you do is, because you might have multiple windows open, are you using this brief photo shirt PSD right now? Because if not, close it out, and then that will have more space at the top.
So do this and close.
And it asks you if you want to save changes. You can hit yes if you want to save those changes.
No, not for real.
Okay. Cool. So now we can drag our images in.
Okay, let me do this.
And you can do one at a time and see if the one that you like is what you're going to end up using.
Okay.
perfect example of when they lied to you that it was a PNG. But this is a good example because this happens all of the time now. I don't know if it's a scam to get people to download files, but they do it all the time. They tell you it's a PNG and it has a checkerboard in the background. That's obviously not a PNG. But we're going to fix that.
Okay, so a checkerboard is not a PNG.
Checkerboard is usually how you understand that there's some transparency, right? So now what people have been doing to make you download their files and make you do all kind of extra stuff is they make it look like the checkerboard is transparency, but what it is really a part of the file. Obviously, it's not transparent. So if you hit enter there, you're going to see that checkerboard is not going to disappear. So hit enter. And yeah, it's a problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag this layer, the active layer. You're going to click and hold it, and you're going to drag it all the way to the top, even above that turn off for printing. Just drag it all the way to the top. Oh, I'm sorry. Here. You still want to be on your layers, though. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Right here. Take it somewhere.
We don't want to send them off to space yet, but yeah, we're going to stay on the layers.
I was sending it to Florida.
A matter of fact, I would definitely help you tackle this out. All right, so here's another shortcut. You know how you zoom in, zoom out? If you hold down Control and the plus key, you're going to zoom in. So I want you to hold down Control and do plus. Just hit it 2 times. See that? We're zooming in. If you want to zoom out, do Control and hit minus.
Girl, hold on.
So
I'm ready.
All right, so go ahead. Control, zoom in a little bit more. I just wanted to show you what those 2 keys did.
Okay, Control, zoom in.
Okay, and then stop right about there because we want to see this checkerboard. We want to see what's going on. What we're going to do is use a special tool now. It is going to be, we can use a quick selection, but I think we're going to end up, what's tricky, you see where that white is and it has the gray around it?
Right.
It's going to cause us a little bit of issue. Let's start with the magic wand. So on the left-hand side, do you see where I'm pointing the mouse right now?
Oh, yeah, I know about this one. Okay.
Okay. So that's the quick select tool. I want you to hold down that arrow until you get the magic wand instead. And we're going to try to play with that magic wand. It's probably going to give us some drama, but we're going to see.
Okay. So hit magic wand.
And then I want you to, right now it's on the tolerance of 32. I want you to click on some of that checkerboard. Anywhere where you see that checkerboard.
Okay.
And not right click, just regular click.
Just regular click. Okay.
Are you left-handed by any chance?
I'm right-handed.
Okay, because I would say my niece is left-handed, so she uses the mouse the opposite way. So when I tell her like right click, I'm like, is it still right click? Because you're clicking with the other hand. So I was just making sure I wasn't confusing you. Okay.
Girl, don't say that because my husband will come up here and be like, oh no, she's right-handed, but she don't know her left from her right.
You know what? I have. From childhood, I have a mole on my right hand. So I have to look at the mole on my right hand to tell you where my right hand is. Not the fact that I write with my right hand and do everything with it, but I look for this mole.
Right. He's like, oh yeah, your other left, your other right. Well, shut up.
There you go. That's all right. It's just the creative in you. No worries. All right. So let's use that magic wand. Let's click somewhere in that background.
Okay.
And did you click down? Oh, you know what? For some reason, did it make another text box? Oh, that must have been from earlier.
Okay. Did I even grab it? Okay, I went to
you have oh, you know what? You're on a text layer now. I don't know how we got on the text layer, how a text layer was created. But let's delete that text layer. And it says lorem ipsum, so yeah, it was like a sample text layer. It probably happened while we was talking about being not knowing our left from right. All right. So now that we're actively on this layer, go ahead and select some of that checkerboard.
Okay, select where? Oh,
just
right here.
Just click anywhere, yeah, where you see checkerboard.
Okay. Hold on.
Regular click. Okay, it didn't do horrible. I do see where it took off some of the white that we need.
Yeah, the top.
I'm not gonna be able to deal with that. So let's go back to our Internet Explorer, because the other way I would have to show you how to cut this out with the pen tool, and I don't think you want to make that kind of night. Let's go to well, you know what? Let's pull in our other logo and see if that one is a PNG.
Okay. So what I do with this, I go up and delete. Well, no. Hold on.
You can go ahead and use the trash can tool to delete that one, because that one will be a little time consuming to clean up, and I don't want you to waste your time. I want you to see a finished design tonight. So
Did I didn't put an arm, did I?
No. That's what I'm saying. It was already like that. So we're gonna be clever. We'll use a logo or some words or something to put right there. Okay, right. Okay, now I see the girl that scared me. Okay, so go back to my download. Let's pull in the other image and see what that looks like.
Okay.
Now that one's definitely PNG, but it has no white inside of the eagle. But we can still play with that if we need to. So I'm feeling like we can use this one a lot better. So go ahead and make it whatever size you want to make it.
Okay. Girl, let me zoom back out because it's so big now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, now you just know how to willy-nilly zoom.
Well, girl, you see me? Look, and that's all I know how to do.
Now, because we over here transforming over here too. Go ahead with your transform.
So, and then I press enter. How do I get rid of this line?
Okay, what I want you to do is hold down Control and then hit D. That's going to deselect. So Control D.
Thank you.
And then if you ever needed to know what that was, there's a select menu at the top. You can always hit that select menu and then go to deselect from there if you forget what the shortcut is. All right, so I want you to hit the move button, which is the top arrows, the little cross arrows on your menu. That's by default. That's the tool that you always want to be on.
Okay, now do what?
Regular click on it. Just regular click on it.
On the picture?
No, on the menu on the left hand side, you're gonna select that.
Hold on, girl. I got to deselect again. Okay, now I'm sorry. Say it again.
It's the left hand side. There's cross arrows. Right. Yep, you're gonna hit that cross arrow. That's your move tool. And see how the little trick, the little cheat sheet comes up telling you what it is.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Okay. So now you can move it wherever you want to. You can resize it again if you hit Control T. Basically, you have free reign right now. Now, I want you to focus on keeping it within the area of the smallest shirt. And the reason why is that even if you print a big shirt, you won't cut anything important off.
Exactly. Okay, so now this is where you will come in and tell me what looks best or where that eagle should be.
Okay, well, I can give you suggestions, but I know you're a designer. You have an eye too. So what I typically do is I'll do something like I do a really, really big one watermarked in the background, and then I like to put like a smaller one, full opacity in the front. So if you want to do something like that, go ahead and make it a little bit smaller.
Smaller? Okay.
And a little bit bigger than that. A little bit bigger.
A little bigger? Okay.
A little bit bigger. And hit enter. That's good right there. Okay, so that'll be like our foreground logo. And then what I do is create a copy of that. So I want you to click on, since you're on the move tool, I want you to click on the photo or click on the logo, hold down Alt, and I want you to tell me what that arrow turns into. It turns into double arrows, like a black and white double arrow?
Yes.
Okay. Now, while you're holding down Alt, don't let it go yet. I want you to move that image and see what happens.
Well, no. Okay.
Because when you see that black and white arrow, what it's telling you it's going to do is it's going to duplicate that layer.
Because it's a black and white. It's one black and then it's one white arrow.
And if you're holding down Alt while you're going to regular click and drag that.
Okay, hold on Alt. Regular click and you didn't tell me to click.
So now you can let it go, and then I want you to Control T that one because you're going to transform it.
Control T. Okay.
And I want you to just make this one big for no reason. Like it's gonna bleed off the shirt. It's okay. Like yeah, that's good.
Okay.
And,
is that big enough?
Yep, that's good. And I want you to make that one. I want you to change the opacity. So in your layers panel, you have an area where it says opacity. I want you to take that opacity and bring it down to like 30%. You can type it in, or you can bring the slider down. Use the slider because I want you to see what the opacity does.
Okay. Hold on.
Just that drop down menu there. Yep.
Hold on.
Just slide it down and then 30? Let it go and see what it does. See how it's changing the opacity there? All right.
You said 30%? Okay.
Yeah, so something. I'm just giving you giving you my suggestion, my little tried and true methods. Perfect. And you see how that watermark looks so clean on that white? What we're gonna do, we're gonna drag that layer, this watermark layer, drag it above the blue swatch, the blue color fill layer. You remember how to drag the layers? Right there. And drop it above the blue. It's okay.
So go back and do.
Just drag it, just where it is right now. Drag it above the blue.
Okay, go back and get it above the blue.
No, I think what you pulled one of the photos. Just take it because now where it is, it's at the bottom, right? Select it underneath the blue. That's where it is. And then just drag it. There you go.
Right here.
Until it looks like it's going above it, you'll see a double line pop up telling you that it's. There you go.
Okay, I see the double line. Okay.
Okay. Now I want you to double click on that blue, and we're gonna make it white. So if you want to choose white, go all the way to the top left corner. That's gonna be a pure white. Should be either all. Is it all Fs? Yeah, keep going till no, keep going till you get all. That means you're not all the way up there. There you go, all Fs. There you go, perfect.
Okay.
And then hit OK.
Okay.
All right, so now you have a fully white background. Now you can kind of see a little bit. Here's another thing. I want you to hold down your space bar. Tell me what your mouse looks like when you hold down space bar.
How do I get my image down some? Because it's up.
I'm telling you, hold down your space bar.
Oh, the space bar. Okay.
When you hold down your space bar, it should turn into a hand that looks like it's turning into a fist. When it turns into a fist, now you can drag your image down. That's called pan tool. So it's going to pan your image. So hold down space bar, and then I want you to drag your image down.
It doesn't give me a fist though. It just give me like a open hand.
Okay, are you holding down space bar?
I thought I was. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now when you start clicking and dragging, it'll turn into a fist.
Okay.
So hold down space bar, click and drag down, and it'll turn into a fist that looks like it's pulling the image.
Right. Nope. Now to make sure the space bar is like when I'm typing, I hit it and make space, right? That's the space bar. Right.
So yeah, all you have to do. So you're holding it down though, not just clicking it. You're holding it down.
Yep, I'm holding it.
Okay, and I want you to grab the artboard with your mouse and pull down. While you're holding, not right click, just there you go. That's called
I see what you're saying.
So and that's going to be helpful when you want to move around your image, because sometimes you're going to be zoomed in and you don't want to keep zooming out. You just want to move over to the left, move over to the right. You stay zoomed in, hold down space bar, and you drag your image left, right, top, and bottom. Okay. So far, I'm liking this already. I want to show you your paint splashes. Okay. So because we have a nice, clean white background, paint splashes are going to look cool. So let's go ahead, and we don't want to paint on any layer. We want to add a new fresh layer to paint on. So down here by the trash can to the left of that is a square with a plus sign in it. That's your new layer. Hit that one time.
Okay.
And see how it made a fresh new checkerboard layer?
Yeah.
All right, so that's what we're going to paint on. Now I want you to go to your paintbrush It's on the left-hand side.
Right.
Yep, you see it. Brush tool.
Brush tool. Okay.
Go ahead and click it.
Okay.
And you're going to come up here to the top where it shows that soft round brush is default, where it says 60. I want you to click on that and let's see what brush options we have. Well, actually, that's going to be your brush size. But yeah, we can see our brush options from here too. Now, go to the icon to the left of that, the actual brush icon.
Okay.
Just regular click, not right click.
Okay.
And are you sure you uploaded the brushes on here?
I did. I thought I did.
Okay, well let's check and see where this this folder is. See the folder with the brushes? Click on that for me.
Okay. Okay.
It looked like it was coming up. Do it again.
Yeah, it did, but yeah. Okay.
So you should.
Are those no brushes?
Well, these are the brush settings. I'm trying to see where the actual brush names are. Scroll on the right hand side. Scroll up and down over here. Where it says where it has like the brush numbers. Scroll all the way up. So that looks like a particular folder. We need to see all of the brushes.
Okay.
So wherever you downloaded the folder, the brushes, the zip file to, can you go to that in your folder?
Okay. We're gonna do this.
And it was probably downloaded today because you just did it tonight, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I need to download it.
What downloads?
Okay, I don't see it. Yeah,
well, let's just go ahead. I think you left the Innate Lab tab open. So let's just go ahead and re-download it.
Okay.
That way we'll know where it's going to be.
Did I keep the tab open?
Maybe not, but if not, you can go ahead and log in and download that. And then that way, at least that can be going in the background while we're we're working on we can do text next while that's downloading.
Okay.
And yeah, there you go.
I need a button where I can stay signed in over here.
What's that?
I said I need a button where I can stay signed in to you. I need to be connected at all times.
Oh, don't forget your E. There you go.
Yeah, I tell you, for some reason I can't get it together.
That's all right. We're actually getting it. We're making very good progress. I want you to know that.
Thank you. Okay.
I got to go to my downloadable products.
Yes, ma'am. Brush right here.
Oh, you got the PNGs, not the brushes. That's what it is. Okay, so let me do this on my end.
What I do?
You got the PNGs instead of now the PNGs you can use too. But let me do this. I'm going to send you the brushes instead. So let me log in administrator and send you the brushes. That's what it is. Okay. So they're not installed because what you have basically what I did was I made PNGs for people who didn't want to use brushes or who had programs where they could not use brushes, like if you're working in Paint or GIMP, that sort of thing.
Oh, so the PNG is just like a picture that I would take and put up there.
Exactly. And the same way you drag a photo. Matter of fact, go ahead and because that's not it. You went to the class of photo graduation, so close out of that one. Go to those PNGs. This is an excellent opportunity to show you the difference because you already have the file. So I'm going to let you have it. Go ahead and download your PNGs. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do with the brushes. So, yeah, close out of that tab right there.
Okay.
and then go ahead and where it says PNG files, download the PNG files.
Okay, so what is this right here?
That's the template. Remember I told you when I do a live,
Okay,
you get a free template?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So yeah, I sent you that template already. So then that way you have something to play with after you get your mind together tomorrow, get you some rest, and you want to play with it again. You have something to play with.
That would be a all night. I don't look at that.
All right, so when it's going like this, I want you to hit that download button up here.
Okay, that's what I did earlier.
Yeah. So go ahead and hit download anyway. It's a pretty large file. That blue button that says download anyway?
I did.
Okay, I didn't know if it was, okay. My bad. Okay. So while that's downloading, because that may take a little while, we're going to go ahead and add some text to your document. So let's go back to Photoshop.
But hold on, it said 136 and was too large for Google to scan the viruses. Okay, yeah, I did that already. So what you said now?
So now we can go back to Photoshop and let's add some text to your document.
Okay.
All right, so we'll forget about the brushes for right now.
Okay.
So go ahead and collapse that. You can collapse it by hitting those little double arrows right there. Yep.
Cool. Okay.
So now, finally, we've been inadvertently putting text on this thing all day. Now we're going to intentionally do it. So come over here to this T for text.
Okay. Yeah.
Then click anywhere on your artboard.
Okay.
And I want you. Are you right clicking or are you okay?
Girl, I'm right clicking. Yeah.
you just ready. You know, right click is for all the options. You just ready to see all
the
options.
That's what clicking away.
You want to see all the options today. You don't want me to keep it simple, and you know I struggle with keeping things simple. So type, type whatever you would like. If you want to put her name, or you want to put 2020, or whatever you want to put there.
Let's put 2020. I don't even know the baby name.
And then what I do is I put first name, last name, just to help me remember to change that if I'm going to put a name on something. But
what do I do here? Because I did something.
Let me tell you this: triple click. 1, 2, 3. Click. You know how you can double click, triple click. So double click selects each word at a time. If you triple click, it will select the whole line of text. So I want you to start typing. You have everything triple click. When you start typing, it's going to type over what's there right now. So type 2020. Okay. All right. Now I want you to hit the move tool. Go ahead and select the move tool instead of the text tool.
Okay. Okay.
That sets your text up. I want you to Control T like transform.
Control T. Okay.
And go ahead and make that 2020 bigger. Whatever size you want to make it. And then I'll show you how to change the properties of it in just a little bit, like the color and shadow and all that. And the font. Okay. Okay, so let's say that's how you want it. Press enter to lock that in. And I want you to, instead of worrying about changing the color over here, I want you to go back to your layers. Okay. Ooh, I don't know how to get there. It's right here. I try to cheat and put a little mouse over for you. I see. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do an effect to it. Well, not an effect. We're going to do several effects at one time. So you see this FX down here at the bottom? Those are your effects. I want you to click on that. And the first thing we're going to do is a color overlay. So I want you to select color overlay. Oh, okay. And we're going to kind of mimic the colors from the eagle. So just like I told you to drag the other window, the file window over to the right, drag this window over to the right a little bit so you can see your artboard. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we want to see the 2020 and we want to see the eagle over here. So drag it down just a little bit. There you go. Well, you still want to see your options. So drag it up a little bit. I don't know why Photoshop does this. They put the window dead in the spot of your graphics. Exactly. So drag it up just a little bit more because there's a couple more options down there I want you to see. Okay. Right there's good. Okay. Okay. So right now it did a color overlay, but it selected that gray. Do you see that gray swatch right there? Right next to normal. I want you to click on that gray swatch.
Okay.
And
you
might have to double. Okay, there you go. Now that window, I need you to move it over to the right a little bit, and just enough so we can see.
Okay, this window. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So just enough so we can see the text and we can see the eagle, just like that. That's good.
Okay. Right.
All right.
Okay.
So I want you to keep in mind that instead of making up a color, if you hover anywhere over the artboard, what does that arrow turn into? What does your mouse turn into?
Okay.
Looks like an eyedropper.
A droplet, yes.
Yep. So what I want you to do is you can Control plus to zoom in a little bit, make sure you get a good green, and I want you to grab that green from down at the bottom of the eagles. Grab that or from his wing.
Right here.
And now it won't show me where your mouse is going, it'll only show me my mouse. So matter of fact, that's probably some settings we need to change with the AnyDesk. So yeah, click wherever the green is.
Okay.
Click and see how it's selected that green. And now if you pull this color picker, pull this window down, you'll see that it changed your text. See how it changed that 20 there? All right, so go ahead and hit OK. Because I like that green. I think you picked the perfect green first time around. But I think there's some other stuff we can do here. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to pan here. I want you to hold down your space bar, and I want you to pan your image over so we can see more of the 2020. Oh, you know what? Go ahead and hit OK. We're going to hit OK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's making a sound? Okay. Hold the space bar. And drag this. Well.
Yep, you got it. I want to see more of the 2020. Or you can even bring the 2020 close to the eagles so that we can pick from it and kind of get an idea of what it's doing. All right, I think that's good right there. Let's go ahead and now you have a color overlay, but that's not it. We're going to do something else. So I want you to double click the FX on the 2020 layer. So double click the FX there.
Double click.
And it brings up that same thing. So now I want you to move this window over to the right a little bit.
Okay.
Still pull it up though, because we need to be able to see what it says at the bottom.
Okay.
Just a little more to the right.
To the right.
Okay. And I want you to hit stroke. So we're going to add a stroke or an outline.
Oh. Okay.
And now I want you to actually click the word stroke so it'll give us our stroke options.
Okay.
Right now it's telling us that the stroke is on the inside. For the position, we want to change the stroke to the outside.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then right now it's only 1 pixel, so it's really thin. Give me maybe 4 pixels. Let's see what 4 pixels looks like.
Okay.
And you can drag the slider or you can type it. Okay. And let's go, if that's 4, maybe do 8.
8?
So I just want you to get an idea. Do you see what you're doing there? You're thickening up that outline there.
Okay, yeah. Yes. So right now the outline is black.
Right. So let's say we want to go, oh my gosh, we're going to do this today. You're going to be so impressed with yourself. We're going to recreate how this eagles looks, okay? So the eagles has a gradient. It has a gradient overlay, right? So it goes from black to this green, right?
Right.
So I want you to turn off the color overlay and I want you to select the gradient overlay.
Okay, so turn that off. And will it change to 2020?
It's okay.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay.
So now I want you to select the words gradient overlay. So now we can change those properties.
Okay. Say what now?
Click on top of the word gradient overlay.
Okay. All
right. You see how you have your gradient? It goes from white to like a light gray.
Right.
So I want you to click on that gradient. We're going to do the same thing. Now we're going to pick the colors of the gradient. You see how it goes from like the light gray to the white? Go ahead and move the window over a little bit so we can see how it's affecting the 2020. Okay. All right. So for the gray color, you see how the gray starts at the bottom? I want you to select the square for that light gray. That's called the swatch. Select that little light gray swatch. And then I want you to select the rectangle where it has that light gray. Click on that rectangle.
Right here. Okay, click on this.
Okay, now I want you to select your green, just like you did before. It's going to turn into a color picker when you select the green. Just click and it should update. Okay, look at you. Now your green is white. So go ahead and hit OK because you have the green. We wanted to go green to black, just like the Eagles logo, right?
Okay.
Okay, so now I want you to click on the white square. That's called a color stop. So click on that white color stop. And before I told you it was a swatch, I lied. That's the color stop, and this is the swatch. So that rectangle, click on that rectangle swatch.
Okay. And then do what? Oh, click right here. Okay.
And go ahead, and now you can select black, or you can pick a black from the image. I like to select my own black because I like to make sure it's black. So I drag it to the bottom left-hand corner, and they should all be zeros. The hashtag at the bottom, that's called your hex code. If they're all zeros, that means you have like your pure black.
No, it's not yet.
And you just pull it, like literally if you pull it down into that corner.
Okay, it's all zeros. Okay.
Okay, so hit OK. You just made a gradient. So OK again. Now that's part one. Now we have a stroke on here right now, but what does the stroke around the Eagles look like? Is it black first and then white? Yeah, it is. It's black first and then white.
Yes.
So here's the deal with Photoshop that you can't do with Affinity. You can put multiple strokes, okay? And that's what makes your text look like really, really dynamic. So right now we have a black stroke. I want you to click on the word stroke.
Okay.
All right, and make that size of that one, instead of 8, we're going to make it a little bit smaller. Let's make it 6.
Okay.
And then you see there's a plus sign right next to that stroke, right? I want you to hit that plus sign.
Okay.
All right, so that is another stroke, but it's identical to the stroke above it. So I want you to select that stroke that's on the bottom right now. So, and it's the same thing, but we want to be able to see it. So that means it has to be a little bit bigger than the 6, right?
6. Okay, right.
So this one, let's make this one 12, and it should be twice as thick as the first one. And right now it's black. So we're going to click on that color and we're going to make it white.
Okay, I made it a 13, but
that's
okay,
cool.
click on
that's cool.
Click on color.
World. This is your world. So now click on this rectangular color swatch here.
Okay.
And I want you to make it white.
And go all the way to all zeros, right?
All the way to all F's. Yep. So hit OK. And you don't see anything right now, but then there's magic going to happen. So hit OK. I want you to trust me on this.
I didn't get zeros on the white, though, yet.
No. Zeros is for black. All F's is going to be for white. Here you go.
Okay, I got it. All F's. Okay.
All right. So now I want you to do the same thing. I want you to hit that plus sign again. We're going to do another stroke. And this is why Affinity hates me, because I do all these strokes. Okay, so now I want you to select the last stroke layer. Select the word. Okay. And this one, you're going to make the color black, because we're following the pattern, right? It goes black, black, black. So we're going to go to the swatch. Let's make that white color swatch. Let's make it black.
Okay.
All the way to the bottom left. It'll turn all zeros. Perfect.
Okay.
And then for your size, I want you to choose maybe like 20. And you pick whatever size you want it to be. But when you start dragging that up, you'll see it start to show. You see that? Now, do we look like that Eagles, text a little bit now?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
You figured out some advanced techniques?
Oh, yes. Body bump. Okay.
All right, so that's all we're gonna do for that. We're gonna go ahead and pull this window over and make sure you see OK, because if you hit cancel, you lose all that beautiful work you just did on this text. So bring that window over to the left so you can see the OK button.
And hit OK.
Now here's the beautiful thing. Here's the beautiful thing. I want you to type up. Go ahead and do a new text. Do a new text, and click anywhere else where you don't have any text.
Maybe right here.
Yep. And I want you to just type first name. Just type the word first name, because you don't know the first name. It's cool. We'll just it'll be a placeholder. Okay.
Okay. Because I can get a first name. It's in there. It's in there. What is this baby first name?
Or you can make up a name if you don't want people to know her name, like put Alicia or something like that, just so that you can do it for demonstrative purposes.
I'm just gonna do Pat. Okay.
Put Patricia, because I want to show you. We're gonna do like a script font, so like a longer name would be better. There you go. Okay. So I want you to go ahead and hit the move tool. You see it's this dull kind of reddish coral color right now, right? If you go to your 2020 on the layers panel.
Okay, you say hit the move tool and then go to 2020?
Right.
See 2020?
Yeah, 2020 in your layers panel, where I have the mouse right now.
Right here.
Now right click. I'm telling you right click now. Right click on the 2020. Okay, and I want you to see down at the bottom where it says copy layer style. I want you to hit copy layer style, and then I want you to go to Patricia and right click on that word and paste the layer style.
Girl, hold on, let me find paste. Okay.
Yep. There you go.
Girl, quit playing.
And now you found a way to kind of not have to read this every time. What you're doing is you're creating styles. Okay, these are called styles. What I would suggest you do here is change your font. So right now you have this boring Myriad Pro. So let's select that font and maybe choose you a script or something fancy for your name. Right.
So what I do, hit that?
Yep.
But
you can hit the drop down arrow. What's that?
I'm sorry, say again. Do I go to Patricia first or just go to?
No. You already have Patricia selected. Okay. It's your active selection right now. So anything that you do over here is going to change that.
Okay.
So find you a cool like script font or something.
What do you suggest right now? Because which one is most normally used with this?
I don't know what font, because I have like 3,000 fonts on my computer, so
oh God.
I don't even want you to have those kind of problems.
Right. Okay.
Let's see. Try Mistral right there. Mistral. It's a little bit. It's not really a pretty script font. Yeah. It's more like a rough script font. Yeah. But yeah, click right here. I just wanted you to see how you contrast your fonts. Okay. So Control T, and I want you to make that bigger.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And once you get it as big as you want it, like zoom out. Make this like it's your shirt design. I know you're gonna make it big.
Okay.
And if you need to zoom out while you're doing this, you can do Control minus and you can still zoom out.
Okay.
So that's why the zooming and the panning really helps you while you're designing, because sometimes you just need to go out and in and move around to get things right. Now what I do is I keep all of my text. You see there's a box on here that says text safe. I try to keep all of my important text in that area, and even the faces. You see that little dotted line? I try to keep all of the faces and all of the text inside of those lines, so that if anything gets cut off, like even your armpits here, like her face would be in the armpit, even though it looks like it's going to be on the shirt. So when you fold your arms down,
right, yeah. Right. Okay, yeah.
So that's why I created that little safe area. That little dotted line area is your safe zone.
Yeah, okay. Let's see what you're saying. Okay. So now we do
hit enter if you want to lock that in. You can hit enter.
Enter. Okay.
And if you want to drag the name above the photos, you can take that name in the layers and drag it up above the Texas Senior photo.
Oh. Okay. Until I get to a double line.
Yep. And then still keep it behind. Yeah, I was gonna say still keep it behind your guides. So now you can move that text to where it's not in front of her face. You can put it down there towards the bottom. There you go.
The one at the bottom. Yeah.
And like for your 2020, if you wanted to change that font, you can make that like be a athletic font or like a bold font, something that you wanted to see that contrasted it. So you could do Patricia and then do the 2020 in a bold font, and basically that it would look like it's still cohesive, but it stands out. It contrasts the fonts do.
Okay, now how do I hit that?
Here's a trick. I want you to write on the art panel. I want you to right click on the 2020 letters. Just right click. And do you see the 2020 option there?
Yep.
When you right click on the artboard, it's telling you everything that you're touching right now. You're touching the 2020, you're touching the color fill, and you're touching layer 1. So it gives you an idea of what options you have to select. Select the 2020.
Okay.
And you'll see it will automatically select it for you in the layers panel. So you don't have to go digging through your layers.
I don't have to do what now?
You don't have to go digging through your layers. Like if you didn't know where 2020 was, you don't have to go over here and sift through all those layers. But now you can change it. Yeah, maybe go with Bernard MT condensed. See what that one looks like.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's a nice, bold, kind of tall font for 2020. And you can Control T and play with the sizing of that if you want to.
Okay.
But what we're going to get into, because we're running a little long, so what we're going to get into, because I want to make sure that you have something that looks very, polished. And we're going to get that in these next 10 minutes, I guarantee you. So go ahead and hit enter for your 2020. Mm-hmm. Okay. And you can play with the scale of your font and stuff or your text later. But I want to make sure that you have these two things. One is we're going to fade off the bottom of that dress so we don't see those hard lines. Okay.
Okay.
How are we going to do that? Let's right click on her yellow dress. I want you to show me how to select that image just like you select the 2020. So right click on the artboard. Yep. And then you can click on the name of her layer. Yep.
Okay.
Click it.
Click. Okay.
And see how it automatically selected that in your layers panel over here now?
I do.
Now we're going to do something called create a layer mask. That rectangle with the circle inside of it.
Right.
Click that icon and tell me what you saw change.
Was it the color?
No, nothing on the artboard changed. Did you see anything in the layers panel change?
I'm not sure.
So now you have this little white space next to it. That's called your layer mask.
Okay.
So for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to paint onto the layer mask in order to we don't want to delete any pixels because we may need that information again. So we're going to non-destructively fade off the bottom of this image. So I want you to grab your paintbrush.
Okay.
And then we make sure we have a soft round brush here.
Okay.
So come up here and soft round brush. If you hover over it, it'll tell you what it is. So hover over that top one there. Does it tell you soft round?
Nope.
Open up your general brushes there.
Where?
The folder that says general brushes.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and expand that folder. Just regular click on the arrow to the left. There's like that little open the folder. There you go.
Okay.
See soft round is your first one? Yep. That's gonna be your go-to brush. Go ahead and just regular click, not right click. There you go.
Yeah, because now I'm just clicking on right. Okay.
So tonight the right is the wrong.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. So now what I want you to do is I want you to see how it says size up here at the top. I want you to bring that size bigger, and I want you to hover over your space so you can see how big your brush is getting. So go a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Bigger.
Oh.
Right there. All right.
385. Okay.
Now I want you to hover over your space. Does it show you? Does it estimate what your brush size is going to be? Do you see like an invisible kind of circle? Okay. Now I can't see your invisible circle, but I'm guessing that's going to be a good size brush. I'm just going to go up
just a little bigger.
Okay. Then you know what you're doing right now then. Okay. So on the layer mask, black conceals and white reveals. I want you to look down at the bottom left-hand corner, your tools over here, and you see your swatches. So the foreground image is your foreground color. The background image is your background color. We need black in the foreground. So how we do that is click on that little arrow, that little bendy arrow. Nope, just hit cancel for that.
Hold on, I did something. Okay.
Just hit that little bendy arrow. It's gonna reverse the color.
Yeah.
So now we have black in the foreground, right?
Right.
All right, so if we paint with black onto this layer mask, show me what it's going to do. Just paint with black onto that, onto the yellow dress. Now make that brush a little bit bigger. Make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to show you how much of a fade off effect you can get with it being just a little bit bigger. So maybe do 600. No, do about 700. You see how it jumps from like 300 to 5,000?
It did.
Yeah. Just go ahead and type in 700. It's really hard to get a good brush when at the high ranges. And I want you to do the same thing. And see how it fades it off a little more gradual.
Yeah.
And you can leave the arm like that, but if I didn't know if I was going to put anything there, I would fade off the arm and the hand too.
Okay.
And the beautiful thing about this is that the pixels are still there. So if you want, matter of fact, go ahead and fade off her hand and her arm. Like fade off, not completely, but just kind of make it look like it's not, cut off. Blunt.
Cut off, yeah.
It just makes it a little more, believable as if
like it's blended in with that eagle.
Right.
Okay.
And you could do the same thing with her hand. Now, let's say if you took off too much, just on purpose, take off too much of her hand.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I was talking about the other hand that's cut off because that hand was good. But
girl,
perfect. You did the perfect thing because I'm telling you that hand was good, right? So now I want you to go and switch to white. Switch to white as your foreground. Okay, so black conceal and white's going to reveal. So now I want you to paint with white over that hand that you took off without following directions. Let's see. If you learn from mistakes. There's no losing. You're going to win or you're going to learn, okay?
Right. Okay, then I'm going to go back here. And I'm going to go right here. Oh, girl, I ain't got time to be playing. I ain't got time.
You got it. I'm telling you, you got it.
Okay.
So, and if you want to add some of her hand back, then you would go with the white as the foreground color, and you would paint the white back.
Okay. We can put something right there. Okay.
Right. Like I said, you can put the logo right there. Put the full color logo right there, and that would it would distract people from that being a focal point.
Yeah.
Of course, you want to move the photo too because you want it to be in the text safe area. You want it to be inside the box so her face doesn't get cut off or jammed in somebody's armpit. Now I would probably move it more towards the center. Yeah, because that's probably going to be your focal image if that's the image you're working with because it's the formal image.
Let me tell you what I really wanted. I really wanted this to be here and this one to be.
It's okay. Those are just guidelines. You can always take them off and move them.
Her to be there.
There you go.
Like they almost like looking at each other.
Well, you just did exactly what you wanted to do. See how you explained what you wanted and you could do it? That was the objective for today. Something that you think of, you can actually make happen.
Okay.
So now you can move the logo if you want to move that out of her face.
Yeah. Where would I put it?
As a matter of fact, that's not a bad location right there.
Right there, yeah, okay. And then she can go like that. Okay, boom. Because see, this arm would be like it fell off the page.
Right,
off the shirt.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
Cool.
now I would tell you that you want to, if you want to do, let's see. So that was my main thing. I want to show you how to fade off images because I cannot stand when I see somebody have an image that's like blunt cuts off of it and it looks like it's a square at the bottom. That's a no-no for me. So if I see your designs like that, I'm gonna holler at you, okay?
Okay, please do.
So I know you know better, and I have proof that you know better because you did it live. All right, so
Right. Okay.
one last thing that I want to do, let's check on our downloads folder and see if those PNGs came through, okay?
Okay. Okay. But hold on, I have to enter this, right? Or just check on my download.
Oh, no, you're good. When you have to
Okay.
hit enter is when you see that transform box. That transform box with a little cross in it. If you don't hit enter, it won't save that.
Okay. Okay, let me see what's going on here.
I hope it downloaded. All that talking we was doing, we probably just assumed it was downloaded.
Yeah, I know.
And honestly, I don't think that it did. I don't think it downloaded. Because it would have been for today.
Yeah, it would have been right here, Texas.
So let's go back to it and see what maybe Internet Explorer is giving us some kind of error. Go back to Internet Explorer and let's see if it gave us any kind of issue.
You're looking at all that stuff in the background now.
Right.
That's probably why. Okay. I'm going to get rid of you. And we're going to sit now, go to right here.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I don't think it ever downloaded when we hit download anyway. Can you hit it one more time and see what it says? See if it gives us any kind of.
It's too long for Google to scan the virus. Would you still like to download? I said yes. And go right clicking again.
So let's do this. Let's go to your Google Drive right here.
Okay.
Click on Drive. And here's another way that you can see Google Images. Go to Shared with Me over on the left-hand side.
Okay.
So it's not downloaded because it's not even coming here. Something is like blocking it. It might be if you have like any kind of like virus protection or something because it's not doing anything when you hit download. So
I have the Microsoft is the Microsoft antivirus protect. But what is it? Maxi, I mean.
It could also potentially be because it's a large zip file. I don't know if it could be Internet Explorer. I'm not sure, but I did want to show you how to use either the brushes or the PNG. So let me see if I can drag something from my desktop since I'm using AnyDesk. I'm going to see if I can drag something from my desktop. And then if not, honey, I'm going to take another class. Okay, all right. Well, let's see if we can get this one little element in there, and I'm sure that with that, you will spend your time at that point in time playing with the arrangement because you'll have everything on there on the artboard, and all you're going to be playing with is whether I move this to the left or right or how big I want my text to be, that sort of thing. So let me do. It's going to be. So can people hear us? Yeah, they can hear us.
Oh, God.
Hey, y'all. Now you want to get shy on me. You see how
I know, right? Hey, y'all.
As a matter of fact, let's see. Normally I check on them and they have questions or they tell you good job and all of that.
Girl.
Yep. So, yep, they're still here. All right. Yep. Gracie says, "Hey, vegan life is
Hey, Gracie." Hey, girl.
Yeah, they're not used to seeing a ground up session, so we're doing this ground up session. I'm sure they're eating it up. Let's see. I'm looking for my folder. Background from PNG Arsenal. So let me see. I've never tried to pull anything from my computer to your computer or to anyone's computer from this program. What I might need you to do is go to your, hold on, let me just see if I can just drag it.
Okay.
It won't let me just drag it. There's got to be some settings that's not enabled for me. If you go to the AnyDesk options down there on the taskbar
Right
down
here?
at the bottom, click on that, and there should be another one, that one probably to the right that has the options. Yep, click on that one.
Okay.
And I don't know what all these permissions are, but just give me all the permissions. I ain't gonna do nothing but make your art better. That's all. I promise. All right, so let me see now if I can click or do anything. Well, now it's still not letting me do anything. It's still got a little red bar. And I don't know why. Hit request elevation. Maybe we need to elevate. Please wait for the remote user to accept a UAC dialog. So it's probably asking you if you want to let me do all this stuff.
Yeah, I just press yes.
Okay. But you know what? This was helpful because it made me not click on anything for you the whole night, which is like unlike me, because sometimes I'll be clicking and, you know, kind of take over a little bit. So I don't think it's still not letting me do it, but it's okay. We're at this stretch. So I did want to show you your brushes, but yeah, we'll have to do that another time, because what I'm going to do is make sure that your brushes download, that you have your PNGs, you'll have both of them. And basically this template, you created your own template just now, just to let you know. You're going to add a little, oh, you know what? Let's do this. Since we can't do the paint splashes right now, let's go to Internet Explorer.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you one of my tips. So we're going to do a search right now. And we're going to do a search for grunge background. So a Google search.
We're going to do for, what is it now?
Grunge, spelled Grunge.
Oh, okay. Grunge,
See how
okay.
grunge background pops up?
Yes, ma'am.
And I want you to go to images.
Girl, quit playing.
And this is one of my favorite types of backgrounds to use. So go to tools and make sure that you're choosing large for your size. That way you get some good, nice, large images. And I don't care if it's colored or not. Just pick you a nice grunge pattern, and then we'll color it whatever color the school is.
Okay, I'm going to go with this one.
Now make sure you open it in a new tab, because sometimes they'll tell you it's going to be high resolution, and it'll be like a little thumbnail that's blown up.
Okay.
But yeah, I like that one too.
Okay, so save picture as,
now,
right?
Wait a minute, that one has watermarks in it, so we got to choose one that doesn't have watermarks.
Oh, I see that. I see that now. Okay.
It was kind of hidden in there.
Great eye. Okay. That's not what I want. Real quick, let me see. How about this one? Is that too dark?
Yep. No, we'll be able to. That's perfect, because I'll be able to show you how to change it. So now we're gonna. No, don't save that picture, because I'm not sure. See how that saves? I'm not sure if that's the actual photo. So hit cancel there.
Okay.
I want you to right click and open it in a new tab. That's why I always open it in a new tab, because what I'm doing sometimes is saving the thumbnail.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so you can go ahead and click on that tab.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
You're right clicking again.
Oh, girl. Okay.
All right, so scroll. See, it was not going to give you that full resolution image because it wanted you to go to their site. So scroll down and see if you can find that image.
No.
It's on there. It has to be on there somewhere. It's probably a part of this tutorial. See,
right here.
Yep. So right click on that.
Okay, right click on this.
Oh, you know, this
Okay.
is their tutorial. They must have a link or something somewhere. So if that's giving us problems, see, this is why I don't use Internet Explorer for this part of the process. I use Chrome because I can actually see the image in full scale, and I don't know how to do that on Internet Explorer. But it's fine. Let's go back to the where it says grunge background,
Okay.
and where these dots are. Click on that, and maybe that's how we can get to it.
Okay.
Did you right click or regular click on the dot?
Girl,
It's opening up that site again. So we're gonna just grab your different. There's so many wallpapers and backgrounds in the sea that we don't have to spend all this time trying to grab that one. So
Right,
we'll close
okay.
out of those two tabs, and let's
Okay.
see, third time's a charm. Let's pick a third one.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. Right here.
Okay, click on it and let's see.
Uh-oh. Hold on. I did the wrong thing. Okay.
All right, so
Click on the dot.
let's see. Right click on it.
Right click on here.
And do see, the thing is, I don't want to open the link. I want to actually just open the image itself. Let's see, spec element. Let's go to save picture as. Let's take a chance that it's going to actually, because maybe Internet Explorer will actually save it in full resolution. I think this one will, because see how now it changed to an actual name of the file? So hit save.
Right. Okay.
And then the same way that we drag the images in, I want you to drag this image into your Photoshop artboard.
Okay.
And of course, you need to see and if you don't see your Photoshop artboard right now, you can always hover over the Photoshop icon at the bottom.
Okay.
But this is going to be your easiest way to remember how to pull stuff in. Just drop it like it's hot.
I thought I dropped it. I guess I dropped it like it was warm.
There you go. We're going to fix that.
Okay, hold on. So I drag it over. It's not dragging.
Okay, so you have it selected. You're regular clicking, holding it down, and you know why? Because it did. Look, you see on your artboard, you have those,
okay, right.
You have a transform there. So go back to go back to Photoshop.
Okay.
Hit enter. It was there the whole time.
It's there.
Okay, now I want you to make it bleed off the edge of those sleeves, so make it even bigger so that it makes sure it covers those sleeves.
Bigger. Okay.
And it's okay if you go outside the artboard, it's okay. And then you can shift it over if you need to, because you can't really see. Yep.
Okay. Boom.
You can go ahead and hit enter.
Boom.
I'm trying to told you.
Oh, girl.
I told you you're gonna have something finished by the end of the night. So now I want you to take that background and drag it all the way to the bottom, basically right above that white layer. Remember, we made a white layer, so keep dragging it, keep dragging it, keep dragging it. There you go, and put it right above the white.
Right here.
And drop it.
Drop it. Okay. What? Look at that.
Now I want you to try something else. So remember that orange gradient I made you turn off? Turn that eyeball on.
Turn it on? Okay. Okay.
Now I want you to take this layer, and I want you to drag that gradient layer right above the black abstract layer. So drag it down, and drop it right there. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to change this gradient up. I want you to double click on that gradient swatch, double click on it. And I want you to move this over to the right just a little bit so you can see your colors.
Okay.
And I want you to click on this gradient bar here, that swatch for the gradient. Click on that. All right, so we're going to see two colors here. One is we have this pink that I have selected. at the bottom right color stop. So I want you to select that pink bottom right color stop, or it's actually magenta. All right.
Okay.
I want you to click on the color swatch there, and we're going to make that completely white.
Okay.
All right. Just hit OK. You see where we're going with it? We're going to fade from one color to another. So hit OK.
Okay. You know.
All right. You good? Now I want you to hit the orange color stop.
Okay.
And you can change it to the green. So click on the color swatch, and you can use the color picker to pick the green from the 2020 or anywhere else.
You said pick it from here?
Yeah, you can pick it from anywhere on the artboard. It could be from the eagle. There you go. And now I want you to hit OK there, because I'm going to show you a little something here. Now, I want you to see that this is like a small, you won't really see this gradient. You'll see it if you go up to 2x, 3x, and maybe even extra large. So what we need to do is we need to take this little, this color stop, and we need to move it forward a little bit. So move it to the right a little bit. Take that color stop at the bottom and move it to the right. Keep going, keep going, keep going, and stop right there. And now I want you to pull that white up a little bit too. So now pull that white, because it's really close, and it'll start to increase that fade off. Okay, let it go. All right, so you have a little fade there. I want you to hit OK. And there's one more thing I'm going to show you. It's called blending modes. All right, so right now, go ahead and hit OK. Okay. This is perfect as is, but I'm going to show you something called blending modes. So right now, the color is just literally laying on top of another layer. You have the option to play with the blend modes. Right now, it's on normal, so I want you to come up to the top of the layers and hit normal.
Okay.
And I want you to hit dissolve.
Dissolve.
Just click it. It's the next one right up underneath normal.
Oh, girl, I need to see that. Okay.
Okay, now I want you to use your down arrows and go down one at a time, and just take in what it's doing. Just use your down arrow. Just use your down arrows.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh.
And see how it's giving you different effects? So you might want to use color, lighten. See how screen kind of lets some of the texture show through? You want to play with these different blend modes, because you never really know what you're going to get until you start playing with these.
Right. Okay. 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 Okay.
So I would probably say out of all of those, even if you use normal, let's say you want to use normal, come over here to your opacity and bring the opacity down a little bit. I just want you to see how these blend modes work. So instead of luminosity, make sure it says normal. So then that way it doesn't confuse you.
Right, okay.
And then for opacity, bring the opacity down to like 80%.
Okay.
And see how now I can see the fibers and the texture, because it looks like the grunge pattern that you have has like a burlap look to it. So now I can see some of that texture through the green. And of course, you might want to reverse it because you have so much green heavy at the bottom. Double click on that gradient again. This gradient swatch, double click on that. And see how it says reverse? Click reverse. At the top. Now you end up with a little more balance. You can also change this angle. See how that angle? You can spin it around. Use your mouse to spin the angle around.
Yeah, like it could be, yeah.
And just let it go. And whenever you let it go, there you go. So you have learned, you learned quite a bit in one setting. The only other thing I really want to show you is the brushes.
This morning, so.
Oh yeah.
I watched the video to 3, and then I went to sleep and I got back up at 7:30 and started watching you again. See your store.
So yeah. You've had a full day of me. You shouldn't be tired of me by now.
But I'm not. I'm glad to see you come over.
we'll have to have like a little snack party or something, just stay up all night, get this photoshopping done. And I mean, I'm sure eventually we'll do something like that. I really can't wait. But
okay, I can't either.
yeah, I am impressed with what you've done so far. I don't know,
thank you so
if you're proud of yourself, but you should be.
I am. Oh,
You know something that we didn't do this whole time, which would really mess our whole night up? Save. We didn't save not one time. And I see you running on battery power. Girl, we are trying the system right now. We are trying the system. Go ahead, hit OK. I want you to Control S or go to File Save. And make sure we're saving this thing. Now, it's going to save it on a template, but you can also do Save As to save it to something different.
Okay. So save as?
Yeah, save as, save it as something different so you don't mess with your template. But yeah, you just made your own template, girl. You're going to give me a run for my money.
What? Okay. Now, how do I... Okay, save
you put save on your computer. And I would tell it to don't show me that mess again because you're not going to save this stuff on that cloud. These files are too large.
Right. Okay, yeah, don't show me that again.
And it just says save. Yeah, save.
My friend told me don't do that. Okay, now,
did you save it?
If I wanted to, like, cause like now this has like all the t-shirts up there. If I wanted to just put it on the extra large t-shirts, how do I get the rest of that blue stuff out of there?
You just click on the layer at the top. Scroll up all the way up to the top, and there's two layers. One says turn off for printing, one says turn on for printing.
Okay. Where is that?
Scroll all the way to the top of the layers.
Okay.
And
right.
Okay. The one that says turn off for printing.
Turn off for printing.
That works for a small, it works for a medium, large, all the way up to a 3X. And see what I was telling you on that video is if you're going to print an extra large, you don't need these little sides right here because you're not going to make it out to these sides. So you only need 6 sheets.
Yeah. Oh. Tomorrow's Saturday. What's today?
Yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. It's almost Saturday today. Oh well, we lollygag. We over here playing, but yeah. So if you can play with this a little bit more, get it how you want it. Get your image how you want it. I have a video showing you how to break it down and make it use Adobe Acrobat Reader because it's a free program, and you break it down into tiles and then you print it from Photoshop. And then once you print from Photoshop, you tile those images. So, or you paste up those images. Tiling it is what you do in the graphics program. Pasting it up is when you're taping it all back together.
Okay. When you're taping it together, it's called what?
I call it pasting up just because that's from my journalism days. But we used to call those paste up sessions where you take small images and put them together to make the big old newspapers and stuff. So, but yeah, so when you're pasting it together, it's not really pasting it. You're going to be using heat tape. But if it gets too overwhelming for you, especially do one of these. Play with it, practice with it, do one. And if it's too overwhelming to you, let me know, and we can either do the prints or we can help you with that. Okay. So I think you got this. I just
needed to know what today was because I'll be calling you tomorrow.
All right. Well, I think I have a session tomorrow too. So we'll work it out if you need my help.
Oh, okay. So you have a live tomorrow?
Yeah, I can't remember. Well, actually, I don't even know if we planned what we're doing yet because she just messaged me tonight, as a matter of fact. Said, I'm going on right now. So she went ahead and booked her time. I have to see what time she prefers tomorrow. But either way it goes, I'll make myself available so we can get you on the rocking and rolling and using this Photoshop.
I don't know about nobody else, but I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You're absolutely welcome. welcome. It is definitely my pleasure, and I appreciate you. I appreciate your support and trusting me with this, because I know it's a lot of people that feel like, there are people that educate with this type of product and protocol, but they don't get anything out of it. So I appreciate you trusting me to get something out of this experience.
Yes, and I have, and I truly am grateful. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And I will be calling you tomorrow. I'm going to play with this. And you're open from 9 to 9 tomorrow?
I'm pretty much as open as I need to be. So it's not any specific hours. Now, if I'm doing something and I can't get to the phone or the messages, if you just text me, or sometimes if you message me or message in the NA Creatives group, if you have an immediate problem, somebody can like jump in and say, hey, all you got to do is turn this eyeball off of this layer. But if it's something that you want to like schedule a time with me, you want to see my availability, just text me, okay?
Okay, I will. Thank you so much, and have a great. Thank you.
Thank you. You too. And to all those live that are still here kicking with us, there's 7 of y'all that still got your eyes open. So we appreciate you.
Okay. Hey, y'all.
All right. So this was good. This was good stuff. Thank you so much, Pat. I appreciate you, love.
Girl, no, thank you. And I'll be talking to you.
Okay. Good night.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Good night, my loves. I appreciate y'all. Rona and Gracie, you are welcome. I'm glad y'all are still up. All right, love. So I do have some other stuff to wrap up. I'll probably be live again tomorrow. So hopefully I'll get some rest and you can catch me then. Good night. Good night. Love you all. Bye.